What's up, fans, family, and subscribers, and whoever else comes to the channel just to hear me make you laugh or just to hear some Laker news or whatever it is? I'm your man. You know who it is, no other than that brother, Urban Lover, coming from your mama's basement, baby. So what I want to do, somebody in the can't think of the dude name, and I apologize. But I was on Twitter, and one of somebody was on Twitter. They was saying, what do you guys think? Talking to me, Mike, Eddie, about who do we think the Lakers going to how the Lakers roster is going to pan out? Who do the Lakers are going to basically be going after? I want to give you now. I'm gonna give you basically my breakdown of how I think the Lakers are going to mostly go in a certain direction. Now, is it true? Remember, this is only my opinion. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm not an inside source or nothing like that. I'm just giving my opinion based on what I think. And some of this stuff might not be true, but I'm going to give you my opinion because that's the beautiful thing that I like to do. I like to give you guys an opportunity to figure out, what's going on in Laker town. So with that being said, we already know that Brandon Ingram's under contract. Most likely going to be under contract. He's going to sign eventually. You already know Julius Randle. You already know Jordan Clarkson. He's going to resign. There's already word out that he's going to resign, so, that's no biggie. Larry Nance under contract. You got Lou Williams under contract. Anthony Brown under contract. D'Angelo Russell. And you got Ivica Zubac and Nick Young. So that leaves actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spots open. Now, with that being said, if Ivica Zubac does not come over this year, I can see them basically, because you got to keep in mind, Lou Walton is going to probably bring some of his Golden State players over, basically because they know the system, and it will help out the younger players learn how to understand it and learn to develop within the system. So I'm going to throw in a little bit of Golden State Warrior players that I think that might come with Luke, and based on their pay scale, because I think that a lot of these guys' pay scale is going to drop tremendously, especially one I'm going to name, based on the fact that he had a subpar playoff. So if Ivica Zubac doesn't come over, I can see them bringing Festus Ezeli for him, just to have that place. But if Ivica Zubac does come over, then that, like I said, we still have 6 spots open. And with those 6 spots, I'm going to name who I think that the Lakers going to get. The number one priority, which you already know, there's a matter of fact, there's a leak came out on Twitter today that Miami will not be able to retain the rights to Hassan Whiteside. So it might be a guarantee that the Lakers are definitely probably going to wind up getting him. Because he did put out on Twitter that New York and LA is like two of the best cities to play in. So that's kind of funny he said that, right? I guess because he's looking at New York and seeing what they're doing as well. Now, the thing about it is that New York ain't going to have that type of money to play him unless some of the guys, I don't know, they might just be able to get a bunch of D-leaguers or whatever. But New York, I think New York is more looking towards either Dwight Howard or Paul Gasol in my retrospect. I don't know if they might go after Hassan. I don't know. But like I said, the guy right now, the Lakers are aggressively going after him. And I think that the Lakers will throw 25 to 30 million at this dude. I mean, in between those two numbers. And we still have a lot of money to play with. And if I'm not mistaken, I think on this CBA, we got to spend all of it. I'm not too sure. So we already know that Hassan Whiteside going to be priority number 1. And after that, I wouldn't really go after no big name players after that. I wouldn't be spending 18, 20 mil on anybody else. Because in reality, your starting 5 is going to be Russell, Clarkson, Randall, Whiteside, and Ingram. I mean, that's the starting 5. So ain't no point in getting Nicholas Batum because we got Ingram. There's no point in really getting a player who's going to basically want to start because they're going to take away playing time from Ingram. So I wouldn't put Nicholas Batum in there. I did at one time. That's before we got Ingram because I was thinking like Al Horton and Nicholas Batum, Horford. But now that we got Ingram, there's no point in getting him. So I left him off. Now, I definitely would like to see Marcellus Hurts back. Now, will the Lakers bring him back? I don't know. But I would love for him to come back. He's a good addition and a good hype man off the bench. And he's basically cheap. He's not going to cost much. Everybody know about his game. I put a video out, his strengths and weakness. So if you want to, you can just go back in the archives and check that video out. Now, I have a toss-up between Metta World Peace and Matt Barnes. Now Matt Barnes is 34, Metta World Peace is 36. Now, the thing about it is that both of them can shoot the 3. And both of them are good hype men off the bench. But Matt Barnes will feel good in the rotation because he's a little younger. And he's a little bit more aggressive on D. And so is, matter of fact, they're both the same. I think that Metta World Peace got back into the flow of things this season because he's been out of basketball for a while. And he was kind of out of shape. So I think that if the Lakers pursue, will bring him back, I think he'll, start working on getting back in shape and stuff like that, and really take it a little bit more serious. Not saying that he didn't, But the point is that he's a good, a lot of Laker fans love Metta World Peace. Everybody was hyped about bringing him back. He was on the championship team. And plus, on top of that, I just made a video of that, he knows the triangle offense, so it would be good to definitely bring him back. Now, between Matt Barnes and Metta World Peace, I would bring Metta World Peace back because he knows the offense. He's not new to it. He knows the triangle offense. Like I said, he was on Instagram breaking down Phil Jackson's triangle offense. So he kind of knows it, and it will be good. And like I said, he's a good role model for the team. So I would definitely bring Metta World Peace back. Now, I do like to have Tariq Black back. Most of these guys I'm naming is players that I feel as though the Lakers didn't give a chance because of Byron Scott. And I think they needed a chance of redemption, and they need a chance to get back, because you don't want to have a lot of players on there paying a lot of money, because these guys going to want some playing time. So with that being said, I like to bring Tariq Black back. Now, the reason why I want Tariq Black back is because I think that he needs a chance. He needs an opportunity to prove that he belongs in the NBA. A lot of teams haven't given that chance, haven't given that time, and you really don't know what you're getting out of Tariq Black. I mean, you see flashes of him being good, but like I said, he never been, I'm not going to say never been a good coach, but under Byron Scott helm, he wasn't really used much. Now, if they do not bring Tariq Black back, I can see him going after Marvin Williams. Only reason why, because he's 30 years old. This guy is real aggressive on defense, and he can play the wing. He can play the power forward or the wing. Plus, the dude is shooting 40% three-pointers. Now, between Marvin Williams and Tariq Black, it's a toss-up. Like I said, at the end of the day, the only thing about Tariq Black, he is 6'9". Now, if they want to, I mean, they could put him at power forward, they run small ball, how they choose to do it, but you got to keep in mind, the main focus is going to be around Russell, Clarkson, Randall, Whiteside, and Ingram. And Nance is going to be the big thing coming off that bench. So, if anything, Nance is going to be put at the power forward, Julius Randle at the small forward, vice versa, depending on how these guys' shooting ability becomes and how aggressive they be on defense in the matchups. So, I can see Tariq Black, like I said, between Marvin Williams and Tariq Black, I think they would sign Tariq Black only because of money-wise. You know what I mean? He's much cheaper. Marvin Williams is definitely going to want more money. He made $7 million for the team he just left, Charlotte. And Charlotte definitely will probably go after him because he was a big impact on that team. So I'm just being a little realistic here. So I think I'll go after Tariq Black over Marvin Williams. Now, like I said, if Ivica Zubac comes, that's cool. Now, one person I will definitely go after is Maurice Spinks. Why? Because he knows Luke Walton's system. The guy's 28 years old. He's a big body, man. He's a banger. 6'10", 255. He can play power forward or center, depending on the matchups. And the dude can bang. The dude was shooting 41% in the playoffs and 38% in the regular season from the three-point arc. So he will fit definitely in Luke Walton's system, and he will benefit to it. And he also will help the younger ones develop and learn it easier. Because you're going to want to bring players over that know your system to make the transition a little bit much better. So definitely I will go with him. Now, my thing about Nick Young, if they decide to trade him, like me personally, I would give Nick Young a chance. I know a lot of you guys like, nah, screw him, trade him, blah, blah, blah. Listen, at the end of the day, they all NBA players. If Kobe and Shaq can get along and play for one thing, the championship, so can Nick Young and D'Lo. You know what I mean? If we can, like I said, if these two guys go on the same page and just let bygones be bygones, and just let it be, that's all good. If they can't play, then yes, I will have to trade Nick Young because D'Lo is the future. And I'm not saying, me personally, I still think John Randall will be that Draymond Green, that voice, the inspiration. Like, D'Lo will be the face, like how Steph Curry is, but Julius Randle will be more like Draymond Green. You know what I mean? So just like Klay Thompson is, so will JC. Now, I'm saying they're gonna be better than them or like them. I'm not saying that, and I'm not gonna be biased to say that they won't or they will, because I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I said, these guys just started out, and you gotta keep in mind, Golden State, it took Steph Curry, 5 years or whatever, how many years it was before to really get known? I mean, before that, he was basically nobody. I mean, if you go back and look at the beginning of the season, when he first got, came on. I mean, there wasn't nobody really talking about Steph Curry until like the last, 3-4 years, I think, or 3 years. So, and I'm not knocking on Steph Curry because I love the dude game. You know what I mean? I call him the chef. I respect all players' game. The only person I used to really hate the most was Jordan, because he, like I said, he's to beat down my Lakers, but I let that go. I got gray hair because of that, and now I got bald spots on my head and like a howling, you know what I'm saying? But I done patched it back up with some Carmelo Rogaine. I'm good now, so I'm not gonna let y'all guys see me. Y'all can screw that. I'm joking. But going back to it, like I said, if the Lakers do decide to let Nick Young go, I'm not let him go, but I mean, I don't know if they can. I don't know how his contract is. I don't know if they can waive him or not. I think they're gonna give him a chance. I think he just got to be careful with his mouth. play within the system, show that he can produce. And like I said, at the All-Star break, if they decide to cut him, or not cut him, but trade him off and try to get something for him, that's cool. Now I can see the Lakers. I can see the Lakers also bringing in Brandon Rush. The reason why I say Brandon Rush is because, number one, the dude in the postseason shot 41% from the postseason. Now in the regular season, I'm sorry, he shot 41% in the regular season. Now he was only getting 14 minutes. Now in 14 minutes in the regular season, and he was only getting 7 minutes in the postseason, so you didn't really get to see him. But the dude can shoot, and like I said, another thing is that he knows Luke Walton's system. So I can see Maurice Spate and Brandon Rush and Festus Ezeli are the only 3 players I can see coming over from Golden State and actually jump on the Lakers team. Only reason why, because the Golden State Warriors, they're going to be real high on trying to get Kevin Durant. So they're going to try to free up money, well, make sure they free up money in order to get him. And right now they got the money. They still got to sign. They got a couple players they got to move if they want to sign these guys. So like I said, Space, I believe he's going to be one of the guys that's going to come over, and we definitely will welcome him because he can shoot. I can see Brandon Rush coming over, and that will give us. Let me see how many people we got now. And like I said, that would be 15. We got Ezeli. Now, one thing about his my questionable players. Now Jabari Brown, he's cheap. Like, if we don't get Brandon Rush, I would like to see him come back on. I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, but it's, like I said, one thing the Lakers do need is defense. Now, they can teach defense, like a Metta World Peace, can teach them defense and all that, really get these guys to play D. That'd be cool. I like to see Jabari Brown come back. Now, I did, like I said, based on what the Lakers have, I would like to see him come back. Most likely he's not going to get no playing time because the rotation will be real heavy. And I believe the backup that's going to come off the rotation behind our starting 5 is going to basically be Lou Williams. Yes, it's going to be Nick Young. I think they're going to give him a chance because in order to move Nick Young, you got to show what he's worth, or he's just going to ride the pine. There's no point in having a person that's making almost $5 million ride the pine and you're not showing him what he's worth. So I think Lou Walton is a man that that respected Lakers, the team, the youth. He's going to give Nick Young a opportunity to play. So it's going to probably be Lou Williams, Young, and yes, Anthony Brown, Larry Nance, and Spates. That's only if Zubac don't come over. So Spates is going to be having a rotation as well because he knows it. So that's how I'm looking at our rotation, our backup rotation, our second unit coming in. Now, where Hurts is coming in, it all depends. I don't know. I don't even know if the Lakers might sign him. I'm hoping they do. So I didn't put him into that lineup. Only reason why I put Spates in here because I believe that the Lakers might be able to get this guy. Like I said, he probably want $4 or $5 million or $6 million. I don't know, but is it worth it? I think it is, man, because this guy can ball, man. I mean, Space can really ball. Now, like I said, going back to the questionable players, we said Jabari Brown. I mean, if there's a spot open in the 15th spot, I would definitely take him. The only reason why, because he's cheap, and I think he's a shooter. Like I said, he do have to work on his defense, but he'll be pretty good. Now, I'm gonna make another video for the questionable players, and I'm gonna talk about them a little later. But I'm gonna tell you now. Now, the questionable player I have is Kim Basemore, Ryan Anderson, and Courtney Lee. Courtney Lee's on the Bears, right? So most likely Charlotte's going to re-sign him. Ryan Anderson, he's going to want 15, 16 million. He might get it. And Ken Bazemore definitely wants some more money. He's not going to take $8 million. Remember, he made $2 million last year with Atlanta. Well, this previous year, he's going to be looking for like 16, 17 million, and he's going to get it from a team, even from Atlanta. They might give him that much money because of the CBA, everything going up, so it can happen. Ryan Anderson definitely going to be looking for a bigger contract. All these guys are named can shoot. Marlon Williams definitely going to be looking for a bigger contract. I wouldn't mind giving Marlon Williams that money, but like I said, that's only if they don't sign Tariq Black. I would definitely go after Marlon Williams. With that being said, this is your man Urban Lover. That's my take on who I think the Lakers going to get. I'd like for y'all to get in the comment section, like, share, subscribe. Tell me who you think will fit, and let's be a little bit realistic, guys. I mean, look at the same thing. Look at the situation about bird rights, contracts, and all that, and just don't throw names out there, which is cool, but let's be a little bit realistic. So with that being said, I love you guys. Be safe out there. Much love. It's your man Urban signing out.